Hi, my name is Guillermo Zepeda, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the media's representation of police shootings. I'm going to be going over 5 articles. The first article is about Austin police officer who was indicted for deadly conduct in the shooting death of Maurice da Silva. Maurice da Silva was seen on CCTV holding a knife to his head and in the hotel lobby, and when approached, he ended up lunging at police officers and was shot and killed. Second article is Ohio police officer Adam McCoy, who shot and killed Andre Hill. Mr. McCoy believed that Mr. Andre Hill was holding a silver revolver, but it ended up being a cell phone. Third is the U.S. Marshal shoot and kill Mr. Witten Smith. Mr. Witten Smith was wanted for missing a sentencing hearing relating to a gun case. There's cell phone video showing Mr. Smith pointing a gun at the marshals, and he was eventually killed by these marshals. Fourth article is Mr. Anthony Lowe, a double amputee, was shot and killed by LAPD officers when Mr. Lowe was seen stabbing an individual in the heart, and then when he was confronted by police officers, he lunged at them with a knife and again was shot and killed. And then lastly is Mr. Jason McCanney, who was shot and killed by LAPD officers for what turned out to be a plastic knife. Let me give you just quick snippets of these articles. Here's the double amputee article. Here is the plastic fork article. Here's the Austin police officer article. Here is the Ohio police officer article. And lastly, we have the U.S. Marshals article. One of the things that stood out to me just analyzing these news articles is when an officer kills a black individual, it is made known that the individual that was killed was black, and they make it known that the police officer who shot him was white. This happened a lot in 2 of these articles. Both gentlemen that are killed are black, and it is known right away that they're black and the police officer is white. Another thing that stood out to me was the lack of accountability by the family. Some of these individuals had knives, some of them had guns, and they wanted to kill police officers or the community members. But then the family comes out with their lawyers saying that this was unjustifiable homicide, that these individuals never wanted to hurt anyone, but in reality, they hurt people, even stabbed people. So it's justifiable homicide, but there's a lack of accountability there. Now I just want to talk about the impact on public perception. When you see these articles, there starts to build fear and distrust of police. The community, wants nothing to do with these police officers because they feel that if they interact with these officers, they feel that they will be shot or not treated kindly. Another public perception that happens is when these police shootings take place, even when they're justifiable or unjustifiable, there are protests that happen. And it just shows police officers that the community isn't behind them, even though some of these individuals that are shot and killed were justifiable homicides. Now I just want to talk about the impact on public policy and criminal justice practices. Some of the influence on policy changes is a lot of police officers now are wearing body cameras. This is great for the police department and the community because it just holds accountability of these officers. Anything that happens, there's that body camera. Anyone that files a complaint can take a look at these cameras, and then chain of command can take a look and then do their discipline in regards to the police officer. Another pro is now there's more accountability. If an officer is found to have had a unjustifiable homicide on his hands, they will be prosecuted. There's several police officers that have been prosecuted for unjustifiable homicides, and just shows great accountability, and that just builds a greater relationship between the communities. And there's more police training due to these police reforms. When you have police officers that are better trained, you have better police officers that can serve the community. And just in conclusion, just talked about the media's portrayal of police shootings and the sensationalization that the media does when covering these police shootings. And I think it's a detriment to the community and to the police officers that serve these communities. Thank you for listening.